Just muted myself real quick. It's gonna be one of them nights.
I don't know why, but when I change over things, it'll turn off the microphone and turn on the default microphone, which is not my actual microphone. Hey, Charles Martel, thank you for buying the book. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna be eating while I'm doing this because the wife got home late and I was making harissa chicken, which is simple but involved and chaotic.
You mean you don't just throw it in the microwave?
No, actually, I don't own a microwave. Believe it or not. I don't like microwaves. I'm kind of hippie that way, I guess. Put on some White Bat audio for some chill tunes.
Nice.
White Bat. What's funny is that I've given White Bat audio and Adrian Von Ziegler a lot of fucking money because I want to like actually own oh Jesus Christ, Gravestone. Gravestone, how are you not tapped out, Gravestone? You're giving, well, what's her face? You're giving Chloe like fucking 13 dozen subs. There's Dutch Boy. Oh, that's Victor. Oh, hold on a second. Let's get Victor in here. There's Victor.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
What is up, my homies?
What is up, my fellow YouTubers?
Well, you're on Twitch, so...
Sorry, fellow Twitchers. Well, Twitch is a bit more lenient about spicy language, so I like to come here instead of YouTube.
I might have to do a Twitch stream at some point.
Where's that damn donation block at? There it is. Go away, donation block. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm sorry, chat. I'm gonna be chewing on food the entire time like some kind of like open-mouthed mammoth. Because usually...
Snoo.
Wow. Thanks.
Assert your food dominance.
Thanks, Victor. Appreciate that.
You are quite welcome, my friend.
Why are the Dutch so mean, man?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's crowded in here. Gets you cranky.
Run island full of fucking windmills. Let's get you that way, man.
Yeah.
They're always tilted.
Oh.
It's called McDonald Funny Money. What the fuck does that mean? I don't understand. The man speaks in riddles. Oh my goodness. So Victor, you had some art come in, didn't you?
Yeah. For my own modern fantasy tabletop RPG.
We're definitely not competing with each other. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I started years ago already, so you're
Yeah.
competing with me, not the other way around.
True,
People to
true.
Think that I'm stealing your thunder. You're stealing my thunder.
You know what? I stand corrected. I stand corrected. So who's your artist?
The one that I shared just the other day is a guy called Nolan Collins, I think. I think I said it in the. Let me look at it real quick. I should probably know his name, but.
May I share your art?
Yeah, certainly.
Ooh woo. Let's see here. 'Cause I gotta use a extension here. Where is it? Where is the boy? There it is. Let's see here. There we go. So who is your artist exactly? Do you know? Well, of course you know. Oh, well, what's his name? Do you find him on like Fiverr or what?
No. So I'm friends with one artist who does like a lot of comic book art, and I hired him to work on my game. And he did some pictures, but like guns and all that stuff aren't really his forte.
Ah, I
So
see.
he was like, "Hey, I've got a friend who like really is really good at drawing guns, and he loves drawing guns. I'll put you in contact." So yeah, that's what happened. And the guy, obviously, as you can see, makes really amazing art.
How far?
So
Where'd it go? How far I gotta scroll for this shit?
yeah, you're like way behind. That was like last
Going
week.
past all the porn.
Oh yeah. By the way, chat. This is Victor's advanced modernity.
Modernity?
Modernity.
Yeah.
Even modernity. Yours is for OSR, correct?
Yeah, the one that I'm working on right now is for OSR. The one that I kickstarted was for 5e.
Gotcha. Yeah, was for 5e. Are you still going with that route, or are you gonna pivot off of 5e?
No, I'm finishing it up. It's still gonna be 5e. I just might have to put the kibosh on some future plans. We'll see.
Jesus Christ, Oni. Oni, you've given over 465 subs, dude. Jesus Christ. The man cannot be contained, man. He. But between Oni and Gravestone and Dragonblade, like I swear, I gotta send them feet pics and call them Sugar Daddy at this point because they just completely bankroll the fucking channel at this point. Ridiculous.
I'll give you the proper Twitter because you're looking at my Victor Gorchev Twitter right now. I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the correct Twitter. Oh, gosh, up here. Is it in your bio?
It might be. It's the Squine Dutchman one.
Scrying
Just type
Dutchman?
it- Yeah, just type in Squine Dutchman in the search.
Oh, in the search.
There on the right.
Got you. Scrying Dutchman. Futchman. God damn it.
The Squine Fudgeman.
Look, bro.
The Fudgeman.
I'm trying to type around.
Fudgebacker? No.
There we
There
go.
you
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the
here's
name
your
of his,
artist.
That's his porn name.
The Scrying Futchman.
Yeah, so those last two tweets are some of the pieces I got in
I
yesterday.
do two things in life. I do RPG books and mating press hot chicks.
Yeah, pretty much. Sounds accurate.
Oh my god, Oni chill, daddy. Daddy chill. What the fuck is even that? So you're going for like the old school style then, like the old school comic book style?
There's a couple different styles because I've got like 5 or 6 different artists, but I'm keeping it all black and white. For one, I like that look, and two, it's just cheaper for printing.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper for getting the art too, you know.
I think it's funny how like you're going for like the old gritty look. I'm going for like Coomer,
Yeah.
Monster Girl bait. We both have different clienteles, I see.
Yeah. I'm focusing more on like, you know, the guns and gear and all that stuff, and you know, you're a little bit more memey, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like it. I mean, I like it. So
He goes, so I'm all about guns and gear, and you're a meme lord. I'm like, I can't even say no because he's right. You know? Yeah. So like, of a comparison, Chloe finished up some of the sketches,
yeah,
and this is the Oni, which I quite like. I love the little noodle bowl of ramen. Because in my setting, the Oni can take a profession that's what they are, and Oni is a profession. I guess she chose a noodle maker for this one, which is like it's kind of on the nose, but yeah, I like it.
yeah.
I was expecting when I said to send nudes.
Yeah, and then there's the satyr, which is definitely appealing to a certain clientele, you could say.
Yeah.
I don't know if Chloe meant to make it this thick, but god damn.
Yeah, I watched her draw the Oni, and I actually already told her that I want to hire her someday and like steal her away from you. So
See, I chose Chloe because she's immensely talented, but she's kind of just floating in the background. I was like, hey, you want money for stuff? She's like, I like money for stuff, so I drug her up.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, because she's based out of Poland, and she only has 200. Like, how do you only have 200 followers? Like she draws really well, she sings well, she's cute as a button. How are you not more popular? It's like, you know what? I'm paying you money. Get front and center. No options. She's like, aight.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to bring people up with you, if you know what
Oh
I mean.
yeah. Well, I do that because that's what Nick Beardy did to me. He drugged me up from
Yeah.
the fucking depths, and I was like, I can do that now. I'm Nick Beardy now. So I'm trying to do the exact same thing with it.
Yeah, Nick Birdia, he promoted my game.
Did he?
He promoted it in a bunch of his videos. He put my one free adventure that I wrote up on his site.
Oh, did he?
So yeah, he's actually been like a great help.
Good.
People were joking that we should all get together on the stream someday because it'll just be like incomprehensible accents and English.
Stole my joke.
Irish, Dutch, redneck. Like, what are they saying? I don't know. I just don't know at this point.
Yeah.
So, this is basically a more free-form subject podcast, but do you guys have any good news from the D&D sphere / entertainment sphere, or is it all still cringe?
It's all pretty much cringe.
Still,
The only thing that's happened was that Black Flag, but that's basically just a 5e clone.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
Black Flag. Explain Black Flag.
All right. So, Kobold Press, known for doing some third-party supplements like books about layers and whatnot, it has decided to. It was one of the first ones that came out when the 1.0a stuff happened back in January,
Uh-huh.
and so they decided they were going to raise the Black Flag, which is what they called it,
Oh,
and it would appear they
okay.
were quite literal with this.
Gotcha. So they're trying to like we're just gonna pirate stuff or what?
They're
Looks like
trying
they
to
just
do.
kind of-
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, it looks like they just filed the serial numbers off and like changed it just enough to
File.
kind of get away with it.
They're trying to do to 5e what Pathfinder did with 3rd edition, but my friend Jonathan Torres, the basic expert, and me, we handled it on his stream on Monday, and we kind of like looked over the document that he released.
Ah.
And it just looks really boring. It's just slightly modified 5e. There's no new flavor really. There's nothing interesting about it. It looks like it will have the same problem of like just power creep, and just like too high magic, like all that stuff. So
So it's like very very boilerplate, pretty much.
yeah, pretty much. They just changed some names. They changed some abilities around, and that's pretty much it. We'll have to see, I guess, what they do with classes and all that junk, cause they haven't released that yet. But from what I've seen so far, it just like there's nothing that inspires me.
Not so much, eh?
Like this to me, like this would be a chance to like try and fix all the issues that 5e has, but
Like,
it
why don't
doesn't
we
look like they're doing that.
Do away with like these OP spells at first level, like
Yeah,
Goodberry.
I'm not-
Let's
The
let's get rid of
fucking
this spell that, like,
Goodberry, god
equals
damn it.
Survivability.
yeah.
I remember I had to ban Goodberry so many fucking times in games because I was so tired of it. Like, you can't do like a dire survival situation when they can just make berries out of nowhere. Oh yeah, this is a whole ration. It's a fucking berry. Like,
Yeah, it's really hard to do that in general in 5e because there's all sorts of magic and cantrips and spells that can just completely like override anything you try to do.
yeah, like, oh, we're stuck out in the woods in the snow. Guess I'll just make 47 good berries because fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn it.
I remember I was running this plot, and the characters had to go to the graveyard in Waterdeep, and they had to investigate like this mysterious like flower that was growing on this grave. And like once a day, these ravens would show up and like take the seeds and fly off with them. So it was like, supposed to be like this whole mystery that it was probably gonna at least take them an hour to figure out. So the players get there, and then the druid goes like, "Okay, I can't speak to plants." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I can't speak to plants, and I'm gonna like question the flower." And they basically solved like the whole
Question
mystery
the
in like
plant.
5 minutes, and I was like mad.
So like, what are your most hated D&D spells? Like, well, because Goodberry, obviously, we'll put this aside, but like,
Yeah.
my most hated fucking D&D spell is fucking Counterspell.
Yeah, I hate counterspells.
It's like a get out of jail free card counterspell. No roll, no nothing. You just counterspell. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it came to a point where I had to like jailbreak non-counterspellable spells in D&D because I want to actually do damage. And you got that smug player like counterspell. They're like, you piece of shit.
I'm actually fine with most regular spells. I just don't like cantrips much. Cantrips, like, there's some cantrips that are fine, but there are a lot that just make the game a little bit too easy.
Yeah, I think only thing besides counterspell would be fucking what is it? Spontaneous Hut or it's where they just summon a fucking like a hut out of nowhere, and like it's like well, that's not a hut. It's like a dome, little dome thing. And it's like, okay, so no need for camping. It's gonna summon the dome and sleep and be invisible. That's cool.
Well, spells would be more fine if, say, healing magic actually had like a use. Like it does have a use, but it's severely lessened by the fact that you can just take a short and long rest and just gain your health back.
Yeah, I always found
If they
healing
got
really
rid of that
odd.
mechanic. Yeah.
Like it's more like a like on the spot thing, and there's no real need to like role play out putting on bandages or, you know. I also hate how like healing potions are used in game. Like if you're like they're kind of like or I guess lazy DMs use them as like a band-aid for everything. Oh, you get shot in the chest, healing potion. Oh, you got poison, the healing potion. They don't really like properly use the aspect of a healing potion. That's kind of just replacing blood and healing up small wounds. It's kind of overly abused in my opinion, but nah.
Healing potions should be rare. Like you should be like if you want to find some, you have to go to like some specialty like alchemist or whatever, and he's like, well, I managed to make 3 this week. That's like 50 gold each.
Yeah.
And then and that's if you want more, you'll have to come back next week. Like it should be a resource that is limited, and you have to really think about when you want to use it. And that's the same with like healing spells and stuff like that. But then, like I said, you've got short and long rests, and that kind of screws over the whole healing mechanic.
Well, I would say even to kind of lessen the effectiveness of it is that like 1d8 it seems like it's too much, especially starting out for like first level. That's like, oh yeah, I drink this one potion, my entire health is back. It's like, let's go with like a D3 because you don't have enough funny dice.
So I know in my game it had to be a high number because when you get shot in the chest in my game, you take like a massive amount of damage, so you gotta be able to pump down a quick bottle of something. But that's more to balance out the amount of like high impact damage you can get in my game. Because if you have 1d3 or 1d4 and you get shot for 2d10 by a fucking LMG, it's like, oh my god, you gotta try and plug yourself up. But I know, like in my game, how we do healing potions is that if you get shot, the healing potion only kind of like helps replace the blood you're losing and kind of sort of seal the wound up. And actually, there are times where where the trooper will give burst of bullets because as the wound closes at the bottom, it pushes that bullet out. So, say a guy gets caught, bop 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 by a machine gun, he's gonna give birth to like 6 bullets. Just get pushed out. It's like, oh my god! It's painful the entire time.
Yeah. That does sound pretty painful, yes.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I always found D&D really lazy, because, like, you have all these healing potions, right? And say your guys are getting battered around, you're in a fight, they're in glass bottles. Like, like if you fall off like a small stair, you're gonna break your fucking healing, like, your fucking healing pots, and it's like, what are these fucking bottles made out of? Pure fucking, like, crystal diamond or some shit? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah. Well, that's mostly 5e. I've in more old school D&D, I've gone like whole levels without ever seeing or encountering a healing potion. And every time you get wounded, you have to be like, well, if I step, into another room and there's another monster in there, I'm just gonna die. So let's leave the dungeon for now. Travel back to town. Hopefully, we don't get any random encounters, and we'll just like heal up for like 1 HP a day, and then come back, in a month.
What I don't get was, what was it? There's always like that meme thing kids do where like they're like, I want to heat the blood in their body with heat water. It's like, that's not how that works. What the fuck? Like, I want to boil them alive. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Or like the.
But it's the rule of cool, man.
Kid would do that.
Well, I think it should be by touch, and I'm pretty sure it's no longer by touch. Like heat metal, it used to be like it actually touched the metal. So if you want to boil the knight alive in his own armor, you gotta reach up and touch the knight. You're probably gonna get stabbed in the process. It was kind of sort of balanced in that way. Now it's like, if you can see the metal, you can heat the metal. It's like, that's fucking stupid.
You can heat metal from 200 feet away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I guess my heavily armored knight is now a walking hot pocket. Thank you, D&D.
Yeah. Well, that's when you just make it like a wood elf in like scary wooden armor.
Hardened oak armor, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
Leaves
Green
go
Knight.
swish.
So besides that, what else are they doing nowadays? Because me and Neckbeardy were gurning about fucking old Kyle Brink being a little dipshit. That was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny how people are like, well, it's taken out of context. Is it really? Like, I thought James was kidding about this, but I went on Twitter, and people are coming out of the woodwork to try and like, no, is that a context?
Yeah, he was talking about industry people like him.
Easy Bake Armor.
Why did he mention basement nerds then?
Well, he mentions race like several times,
Yeah.
like a bunch of white guys in a basement or something of that nature. Like, I actually found a transcript. Someone went through and actually typed out all the words. A lot of uhs and ums, by the way. It really kind of made me angry. But he's talking about white dudes, And I was like, white. Like, I was watching an excellent old interview with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Right. And it's an infamous interview where he goes, I don't want to be black. I want to be Morgan Freeman. And it's like why is that considered such a bad thing nowadays? It's just considered yourself. Like I saw talking with Jim that you're not an African American. You are American-black. I'm American-white. You're an American. And there's so much emphasis on race nowadays. It's like oh my god, please stop. And it gets so tiresome.
Idris Elba said the same thing in a recent interview. Like,
he did.
Be, like,
he
the
did.
First black, whatever he wants to be the first Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah. But no, that Kyle Brink, like the whole all those people's like, oh well, that's taken out of context. He actually meant this. And then every time they say that, their context is just as racist as what we're saying. It's
well,
just,
like you can't take it out of context when the context is right in front of you in video form.
Yeah.
It's like, and like I was talking with James, how I believe he's on Three Black Hobbits, their podcast.
Yeah.
And another podcast was like some like guy with like 3,000. Like, how the hell is the second in command, the executive producer of Wizards of the Coast, going on these little tiny fucking nothing podcasts? I found that really odd. Like not. I'm not talking down to those channels by any means, but why is this big important guy going on, extremely small channels and not going on like Critical Drinker or, well, I guess that'd be a horrible idea for him. He get torn apart on there. Yeah. Or like, this other podcast in general. And it seems like it was kind of like a safety measure or something. Or I guess he went on the Three Black Hobbits because they would like to see him, prostrate. I couldn't figure out why he would do that intentionally.
Well, I think it's ultimately just a matter of just kind of looking for any territory that would be, we'll say quote unquote neutral.
Yeah.
That it's just like so much of the and I hate to use the term community has turned against them that they had so few like sizable ones that would be willing to play fair with them. Yeah, because some of them were just had to turn over like questions in advance.
So Cody,
they wanted ones that would throw them softballs.
Yeah. So Cody, how I throw you under the bus? I don't understand. Did I say something that I'm sorry, Cody. Can you explain to me how I threw you under the bus so I'll know? Because I'll just say shit and not realize I'm throwing someone under the bus on accident. But I want to circle back just a little bit to Idris Elba, who's just fucking base at this point. But like he's right though. Like an actor doesn't be known as the first black or the first. Here's Idris Elba as X and Y, and it seems like, because it seems the most correct thing to me, because, it's kind of weird being like conservative and going, and being like, no, this sounds great. I like how this is. Like, what it sounds kind of weird that like, no, it shouldn't be about race. And usually when you think about it, if you flip the page to like 20 years ago, it'd be the exact opposite fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you.
That's largely been his stance, because for years people were saying they wanted Idris Elba to be James Bond, but he's like, I don't want to be the first. I don't want to be the black James Bond.
I want to be James Bond. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be my own character. And it's like,
yeah, no,
like I would like there are like what at least a dozen other 00s that they could be around. It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But make him 008 or something.
Yeah, if they made him 008 and gave him like his own movie, and he's like, I always pictured them as more like the blue collar like 00 agent. James Bond's the handsome guy who goes, well, I'm not saying that Idris Elba isn't handsome, but you know what
martinis and speedboats and that kind of shit.
He's the guy that goes to, he wears tuxedos, he drinks martinis, he goes to like the fancy parties and stuff like that. I want the guy that's like just hanging out in the pub, like just drinking a beer while he's like keeping an eye out on some goons,
Yeah.
Like,
James Bond goes to the swanky parties. 008 goes to the kegger.
Yeah, he's the one that hangs out around the docks.
Goes to the pub.
Like, yeah.
Grab a pint, scran.
But I talked about this with a friend, and our like dream role for Idris Elba would be like, okay, so we've got the new Bond movie. It starts with Idris Elba. He's like on a mission. They call him 007. He does like a bunch of badass stuff for like the first 20 minutes of the movie. He gets like horribly wounded while he accomplishes the mission. He gets like shot in the knee or something. He has to retire, so they offer him the position of M. And he like takes it, and then we need a new 007 now. Do you know somebody? And he's like, yeah, I know a guy. And then it switches to like whoever, Henry Cavill or whatever. And he's like on the yacht, like having sex with some woman, and he gets like the phone call. Like that would be cool. Like a little bit of a bait and switch, but it kind of gives like props to both. And Idris Elba gets to be M, and yeah.
Or you get the Henry Cavill, and he's like going to answer the phone, like he's gonna answer something. But then he gets a sniper round right through that forehead, and it cuts over to on another boat nearby is Idris Elba shooting him. He's the 00, just like no. The point is to not even be seen, not be this obvious playboy.
Yeah. But he's correct, and like just give the man his role. Don't make him the first anything. because usually it's wrong. Like people say, "Oh, it's the first." They've always been wrong. This is the first female lead action hero. I'm like, what about all these other like the every other movie before you? Like even G.I. Jane had a first, like was technically a fucking female led action movie. There's also aliens and everything else. And
well, that chick that did Hunger Games, she was the first female action hero ever, don't you know?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So, how do y'all feel about the canceling of Scrooge McDuck?
Oh, I just caught that, like a
Wait,
snippet of that today.
They cancelled DuckTales, or?
No, just Scrooge McDuck.
Like, I haven't caught that. So.
Like apparently, Scrooge McDuck was problematic. I haven't actually read it fully yet. I went, oh fuck me. Like when I saw the, so more or less they kind of like banned Don Rosa. This is the weirdest shit. Like,
why are they mad? Because he was like a capitalist. Like I don't know.
I think it's because he was like a toxic form of like being rich or something. Or I'm trying to find out right now actually because I saw it only a few minutes ago. I was like, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is this?
He wasn't even that toxic though. Like yeah, he was greedy and like he loved swimming in money. But like he obviously cared about his nephews. He did like all sorts of like good for the world. Like, yeah, he was a greedy old Scottish asshole, but he was also, he had some good qualities beyond that, but you can't have that anymore, I guess. You can't have actual nuanced characters anymore.
Yeah, so they took out the DuckTales reboot and are just simply canceling Scrooge McDuck in general. More or less, let's see here. Yeah, they're not really saying why, but it's like, I don't understand. Like, somehow the Velma cartoon got pushed out for another season, but they're going to cancel DuckTales. I don't quite understand where their head's at.
Yeah, my understanding with that is they probably just they went and probably paid for like we'll say 20 episodes, but then they only put 10 out for a season. So the season 2 is going to already happen no matter what.
I mean, I don't get what Disney's doing nowadays. Like, I go like, okay, let's check out the Disney news. It's like, oh my god, it's always some stupid shit. And you would think after losing all this fucking money, they'd finally pull their head out of their rectal cavities and go, like, maybe we shouldn't do this. But it's just the same shit every fucking day. Like,
yep.
I was looking forward to the Hex Girls. But apparently it got canceled in favor of Velma, which I don't understand. You got 3 goth girls they're gonna kill as a series, but they apparently just decided to go with Velma instead. And just have you guys watched the Velma show at all?
No.
Oh God, no.
Like
I have self-respect. At least some.
I would say I have that too, but I have to go watch Picard in a couple days.
Oh.
Why? Why?
Because I agreed to go onto another stream, and they happened to be talking about Picard that day.
So you got to do your research. See, I watched Picard. Is basically they're going to try and use that man to death. And is that Domino? Wait, where'd he go? Wait.
I'm sorry,
Domino. Where are you going, brother? Domino is usually an open invite, so you can just pop it in. Because he has some rather interesting takes on some things, which he does so with drunken vigor, which is usually why it's entertaining.
Did you happen to see that the early reviews for Ant-Man are out?
Yeah, yeah, I saw the Ant-Man reviews. I mean, I feel bad for the actor because I do like the actors in that movie. Was just like it's getting like raving. Critic reviews. Let's see here. That's the first Ant-Man. No.
In the MCU.
Yeah, the first Ant-Man was great. That's the one I'm trying to find. It's a Quantumania. They need to stop putting quantum anything in front of fucking movies at this point. It's just stupid.
Have you seen the MODOK?
Stop saying quantum. Stop saying quantum.
Have you seen that version of MODOK?
Quantum is like a really smart word.
Seen what, Victor?
Have you seen that version of MODOK?
No, wait, hold on. They made a live action Mordock, really?
Yeah, MODOK. Yeah,
yep.
the little little floating head.
Oh my god, what is? It's like a mutant. What? What the fuck is that?
Let me see if we can find the image. I'm not sure if you have.
I love
already,
how people are pulling up like the George Lopez from the Spy Kids movies as like a comparison.
Chat, look at this absolute fucking unit. What is this shit? Hold on, let's get the thing up and running here so you guys can see what we're looking at. It's like Master Blaster, but like missing the blaster portion of it. Here we go. All right, chat. So here's their MODOK, which is here. I'm move myself out of the way. I don't. What is this?
No, that's the
that's the video game.
Yeah, that's from the Avengers game.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to find the live action version here.
MODOK is trending on Twitter.
Yeah, it's all over Twitter. So.
Well, so this one is it the fucking live action one right here? Hold on, my face is in the fucking way. God damn it.
No, this is from that Marvel Avengers game.
Okay, where's my face? There it is. Me move. So that one's not the one I'm looking at.
Where can I link this? Just in this.
Yeah, just put it in the podcast chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That can't be real. No. Bruh, there's no fucking way. He looks like a fucking New Yorker that got shoved in the helmet. What the fuck is this? What? That's... No.
There's a second one, too.
That's... This is like a spoof, right?
Nope.
Oh my god, he does look like Joe Rogan.
He looks like he fucking orders like grinders at like a corner deli in New York. What is this?
He looks like Humpty Dumpty. He's gonna like fall off the wall and break apart.
I like his little teeth.
Gravestone, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. You give it 138. I appreciate that, bud. But look at this absolute fucking egg unit. What the fuck? Bro, this is a Marvel movie, right? Right? I mean, how did that pass muster?
Well, if you remember, for the last year or so, all the VFX people were complaining. They're like, Marvel is treating us like shit.
That can't be what he looks like. Man, he's got his little tiny arms.
Yeah, the MCU is just trash now.
What
These
happened?
are the same people that said She-Hulk twerking was a good idea.
Dude, don't give me... I watched every fucking She-Hulk just to understand, and I regret every fucking second of it. Like you have no idea.
The worst part about that twerking is that she did it in like an awful suit with like a ass half covered, and her ass just looked awful.
Well,
like, they didn't even make it look good. Like, what's the point then?
Okay, so this is gonna sound sexist, and I get that, but if you want to have a girl twerking in a movie, make sure the ass is fat.
Yeah.
I mean,
show it off in some like yoga pants.
Well, it may sound mean, but like, make sure if you're gonna twerk with vigor.
Yeah.
So right now, Ant-Man the Wasp Quantum. He's definitely say psych right now, Marvel. Say psych right now. But yeah, so Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania is currently riding at 51% tomato meter for critic reviews, which is quite damning, really, when you think about it. Because usually the critics,
Marvel blows.
Well, normally, because usually critics will suck the butthole of fucking Marvel and Disney, like it's like they're trying to get pudding out of that fucking thing. But even the critics panic. It's like, oh man. That usually
pretty much lost almost every interest in the MCU. Like the only movie that I'm remotely interested in, and it's kind of more like an I'll watch it.
Hey, Domino.
It's
Hello.
Guardians 3. Hello.
So Domino, did you see the fantastic MODOK, or you?
The what? I'm sorry. That was like flashbang by words. The fantastic what now?
MODOK they made up. They made a live action MODOK. Like, just look at stream, brother. You fucking see it. It was like Joe Rogan who like ate too many fucking like Subway sandwiches, and they got caught in a horrible train accident. Like, just look at it.
Oh, I'm more interested in the Netflix single that I was alerted to the existence of this evening, called Chromosome 21. And it's about, you guessed it, a person with Down syndrome who has superpowers.
I mean, that sounds pretty.
That could be good though. Let's be fair here.
I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait for the meme templates coming out of that.
I can't wait for the spicy memes, bro.
I mean, every time Netflix comes out with anything mildly questionable or some new sort of like off the beaten path shows produced by a major company, it unfailingly yields amazing meme templates. Like it just happens all the time. And I love it. It's the only thing that I appreciate.
Thank you for the bits, Flash.
Amazon 4, yeah.
So I'm looking at this cast and crew. You got Paul Rudd, Jonathan Majors, Bill Murray, and they still suck ass with it. Like, how the fuck? I feel so bad for Paul Rudd, man. I feel so, because like I love Paul Rudd as an actor, but it's like, what? Leave my man alone. Like, put my man in some good movies and leave her alone, man. You're fucking killing me.
I feel bad for Ben Affleck, dude. Have you seen his like in-person non-makeup photos lately? Dude looks like a recovering addict. Well, like a really person who looks really good for being a former addict, but like even just
he's
like
a handsome
5 years
former
ago,
crack addict, I must say.
Yeah, exactly. Like Marvel is just grinding through stars as fast as they can.
Go back to the actors real quick. Cause,
Yeah.
Speaking of MODOK, that one of the guys had a giant head. That William Jackson Harper guy, look at his head.
Hey,
Extra large.
let's not bully Mr. Harper, okay? Sometimes God gives you a plus-size forehead, all right?
Mr. Gray over there.
Doomed to be called a five-head for all time. That's just how it is. I'm an Italian. People call me Wop, even though it's not the 60s anymore. He can at least handle being called a five-head.
And they tell me aliens aren't green. We've got a hybrid over there.
That thing up with this sheer mental powers.
Let's not bully the multi-billionaires, okay? Everyone calm down.
No. That's exactly why. That's like
Also-
slapping the rich kid. It's necessary.
Also, again, speaking
Keeps
of
him
MODOK,
grounded.
am I the only one who's excited for the Rule 34 gender swap MODOK art?
Excuse me?
The owner hole MODOK?
The Onahole Moda. That's something that is such a domino statement. It hurts my soul. Like,
No, listen. No, he's got a point. So,
no. He's got a point. He's got a point.
yeah. So there's this guy. So that's got me thinking. Specifically, there's this guy who has made a whole like TikTok/Vine format video series, and it's like his bread and butter. And his whole thing is he makes these horrible, just the worst possible themed custom fleshlights you can imagone.
Oh, I've seen him.
And
Yeah,
we've seen a couple. Yeah, you've seen.
yeah, because you sent me some, you piece of shit.
Yeah, and the caterpillar from Bug's Life, dude. They're all horrible.
Ooh, a
So
blueberry.
I'm interested. Yeah, exactly. So I like where he's going with that train of thought. I want to see those memes. I want to see that happen.
Times were hard for MODOK as he straddled the fucking glory hole in the glass station parking lot.
They're calling me a freak in the chat, but you know how that saying goes. They hated him because he told the truth.
Oh my god.
Forget Rule 34 is not a thing that exists because we created it. It exists because we acknowledge something that was already there. Like it just confirms the existence of an already occurring phenomenon.
It just lifts the
It's
veil.
gonna happen. Yeah. That's just all there is to it. You can't fight it.
So Death Dancer says, Domino, I demand decompensation for the mental scarring your description gave me. So apparently you're hurting people. Decompensation.
Well, I'll happily take your money.
So what I find interesting is,
Choose your words more carefully.
Going towards a new Harry Potter game. How do you feel about the whole like the Goblin conspiracy going?
It's stupid. All the outrage surrounding that is dumb.
It is dumb,
lies
yeah.
and misrepresentations.
So this is the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, by the way, or JTA.org. Are the goblins in Hogwarts Legacy anti-Semitic?
No.
My homie, depending, I mean, it really depends on
my
what
brother
you
in
wanna go
Christ. I
with.
beg you.
Like the last. Well, I take it back. The first 3 movies, the goblins are short, long-nosed, long-fingered, skinny, pale-faced MFs that literally you do not see outside of a bank until like I don't know, what, the third or fourth movie. And they're described as being tight-fisted, incredibly technically inclined. Like you could not intentionally write a stereotype that is more comedically aligned. Like,
doesn't the floor of the bank even have a giant Star of David?
yes,
Hold on.
made of
floor
different
of green
colors
dots.
of marble.
No, it's the Commonwealth Star. It's not the Star of David.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a solid star. It
Yeah.
doesn't have any lines on it.
No. So it's not a giant. It's just a giant. It's just like a weird design. There's no Star of David here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice try, white supremacist.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they don't have a monopoly on stars. Sorry.
The the Jews own all the stars. Damn it!
Yeah.
They own the
Yeah,
stars.
that's my new conspiracy that I'm throwing out there.
They're cahoots with the Rothschilds.
They're trying to.
Yes, you could tell me it was their idea to put pineapple on pizza.
Walter, they're trying to take the star. Walter, they're trying to take the stars. Walter.
They're trying to take the stars, Walter.
So, like, I understand the anger at. Well, actually, no, I don't understand the anger. I can comprehend the retardation anger at J.K. Rowling, but it seems like it's just the whole goblin thing. I don't think they're supposed to be Jews. I think it's just the internet being the internet, more or less.
There was no problem with it like 10 years, not even 10, more like 20 years ago.
It's been
when
a long
that
time.
was really
yeah.
becoming like a fixture.
Emotional damage!
Because Adam Sandler was like on a roll, just cranking out
Eight
film
Crazy
after
Nights.
film after
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
And that was allowed to completely slide under the radar. So in my opinion, and it is very much an opinion that is unqualified, but I gotta agree. It seems like something people are choosing to be angry about now because they can and because it's convenient when it comes to finding things to rip on J.K. Rowling about.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, as a bearded white man, I didn't see Jews in the goblins. I just did. I'm like, oh look, goblins, because I see things from
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
goblins, and it's like, oh look, an orc. I don't apply race to it, but I can see how someone from Slash Poll would be like, it's. I can
Dude,
see how they would definitely
see the conspiracy thread.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
and
But
you
the
know
She
funny
was
thing is
trying to
that-
warn us, bros. Oh.
I'm just waiting for the next racist species to drop. Are we gonna find out that the Dutch are fishmen?
Yeah.
the lizard people actually are actually Afghanistanians. The fuck?
And I knew it.
I have literally had a race of frog people in one of my games, so they were basically just the Dutch. So yeah, I don't care. It's funny.
Go on, ding ribbit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would love to see. Since you can't say they don't exist because ethnically speaking, the remnants of them do exist. But I would like to see former empires that do exist in our history and that there's evidence of existing being recreated as fictional versions of themselves that are just stereotypes through and through. So like the Flemish or the Iberians, I would absolutely lose it if someone made the Flemish a bunch of not quite Danish, not quite German, not quite Finnish people that are obsessed with ice skating. Everything they do is centered around fucking ice skating. I would lose it.
You goddamn blade feeders.
Well, the ice skating thing is Dutch. That's not even Flemish. Flemish is like chocolates and stuff.
The Flemish aren't real. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
I got
The
I'm glad
Flemish are
that
just
you
like
can
our
correct me.
Canadians, basically.
Okay, so hold on. There is one picture where there's a single 6-pointed star on the floor. There's only one of them.
Yeah, but it's solid. Like if you look at it, it's solid. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
have lines on it. It's just like the Commonwealth Star, somebody called it.
Yeah.
Illuminati confirmed.
Like, you cannot lay claim on a single fucking star on a single religion. That's just silly. And it seems like it's all... I know 4chan's taking the piss. We all know that. But some people are taking it quite seriously. And what's funny is watching the far left get super racist with it. Like they're going
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
like you almost hear them tucking past their white hood as they also don on their fucking their Tesla and drive to the rally. It's completely ridiculous, and at this point it's being used as ammunition to attack J.K. Rowling for having the audacity of being a woman and speaking.
Well, that is the crazy opposite worlds thing of it. It's like orcs. They tell us that orcs are black people, and then we're like, no, they're not. What the fuck are you talking about?
Motherfucker, that's a goddamn orc, man.
But then they call us the racist for not seeing it. They're the
Yeah,
ones that
yeah,
compare them to black people, and then somehow it makes them not racist. Like,
Yeah.
It's an entirely different species.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
there's a whole. I know it like it's old news, right? But the whole like black elves in the
Lord of the
five
Rings.
ranks
Or sorry,
power.
Yeah.
the rings of power.
Lord,
Yeah.
them ranks. But
Oh, low damn rings.
dude, the memes about that were just excellent. Like I said, Netflix produced shows are just it's constant fuel. But I digress.
Constant meme
So,
fuel.
They had this like whole shoehorned thing in there about, oh, we're gonna have black elves, we're gonna have black folks, we're gonna insert these people in a very forced fashion, for the sake of our story, and at no point apparently did any of these folks decide to go over the origins of the Easterlings. In Lord of the Rings lore, there are whole populations of humans that exist on parts of the map that are not drawn,
That are tan and black.
that we know that are there. Yeah, exactly. Everything south of Mordor is described as being a vast, sandy, barren waste with people living there that are darker complected.
Everything south of Mordor is
It
Phoenix,
would have been
Arizona.
so easy, and in my opinion, it would have been really, really cool for them to sort of wrap that part of the map in, because it hasn't been explored on camera, as it were.
Well, that's the problem.
somehow doing-
Ew.
We'll say that's the problem. You're expecting to do good work. If you want to see the vast differences of old rangs and new rangs, take the Battle of Helm's Deep versus the Battle of the little village where like Galadriel's doing hood rat shit, and then you got the villagers. Like the Battle of Helm's Deep, you have this awesome siege going on, right? It's tense. There's like no music for like the first 10 fucking minutes. You got the orcs stomping their fucking pole arms and spears and shit. You got the ladders. It's all chronological. You can follow the beats of the battle, and it's mostly all, well, there's a lot of CGI, but it's mostly all also actual actors doing shit. And it's all badass in its own particular way. Then you have this part where the black elf, Blelf, shoots a rope in the tower, and the rope is like super. I found it really. I started to watch it like, huh. So this rope is holding up this entire tower, right? And then a single flaming arrow is somehow able to destroy this rope that's also able to hold this fucking tower up. And one shot, blah, and the rope goes pew, and the whole tower goes and falls down. And I'm like, okay, I try. And then like, the tower falls and crushes some dudes, and then there's still this fucking nobody evil elf is just like watching the orcs get smashed, just completely placid face, not giving a fuck. Which is also like, they fail to explain things in this fucking movie. And then you go down to the village, and like there's like a weird like village ambush. They're on the roof shooting arrows, and then like for some reason they never stab the Blelf. They just kind of WrestleMania the Blelf for like fucking 5 minutes. It's just
it sounds like I haven't seen that specific scene, and I feel like I should for the sake of discussion.
It was considered
the
great climax. It was like, oh, this is the climax, and it was like this weird like I swear to God, I've seen people on YouTube do better fight scenes than that piece of shit. Like,
is it also the scene with the 80-pound village woman just like killing an orc like in one-to-one combat?
Well, like she stabs him. Well, first she fails to kill the orc, and she stabs him in the foot, and the orc kills her friend, which is pretty funny. And then she goes, "Oh yeah, they have throats," and then slashes his throat, and the orc dies. It's like, what the fuck? They're just so bad at their jobs. They're so bad at directing, and it's like, I don't understand how the hell we can have the great heights of like, the Battle of Helm's Deep, the charge of the Rohirrim, all these awesome scenes, or even just that rolling battle scene in the first movie where they kill Boromir. The huge rolling battle scene. It's in the woods and it's all practical. You get actors wearing Uruk-hai makeup. It's like, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. And then like you have the Rings of Power, or Rings of Power, I guess. Which, ironically, I actually quite liked the Black Dwarf actress. I liked her role and how she played it, but still, it's like, why are you black? Like, they could have gone all the way down south, right, and simply made a dwarven hold, right? That's like in a giant. They could do like a giant open air volcano where the sunlight comes through and it's hot and shit. Okay, that's why. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Sure, but they didn't. So they have like these pasty ass Irish dwarves sitting next to like these like probably suffering black dwarves in the fucking in the mines. It's like why are you here?
There's a whole sub conversation for that too.
I saw a good video on that recently where everything has like the exact demographic makeup of like downtown Los Angeles these days. So like the guy in the video is like, oh, let me take you to the insular island of Numenor, where everyone is the exact number of white, Latino, black, and.
Didn't T-shirt show us that?
Yeah.
The island of Numenor. Everyone's also black, tan, and white. And then there's other place where everyone is black, tan, and white.
Thousands of years. Yeah. Literally
like,
sequestered behind a veil.
But somehow you can't do that anymore, where you have like one country that's just white people, one country that's like black people, one country that's like Indian people. For some reason, that is racist now. I don't know.
Embrace diversity.
I mean, you can do that, but you do it in a logical storytelling place. Like, okay, let's shift angle to the all tan village down south near the equator, where you need to be tan. Like, I swear they like forget why people are tan or black or white or ginger or what the fuck else. People just forget why that's a thing. Like
for the listeners, that may sound kind of like off kilter, like, oh, we're enforcing racism. No, I'm telling you, like, as someone who's been around the world, outside of the United States, which is absolutely a cultural anomaly, and I would say even like the UK and Western Europe, like, countries are very, very insular. Like the populations of different countries, I would use personally North Africa up into Southwest Asia as a perfect example. The people in Saudi Arabia absolutely fucking hate the Turks.
Hey, Domino.
And the Turks hate them, and the Saudis hate the Moroccans, and so on and so forth. So they don't like to mix. I'm just saying.
What was that naval base you're on that's in the giant lake?
Oh,
You met Fatola there that one day.
Oh yeah, so that was Bahrain, which is
Bahrain
off the coast of Saudi Arabia, and even in Bahrain, there are Indian workers that have come from India to work there to support their families because they make much better money in Bahrain than they would back home, and they are looked down on by the locals. There's a very strong them versus us mentality to a lot of different places around the world that are not in the West, as it were, and it's so hard to get Westerners to acknowledge that that's the case, that for some reason no one can any longer conceive of that being the case. It's absolutely nutty. It's fucking wild to me.
Well, what's wild to me is that people just forget why we are like we are. Like, us Northern Nordmen, we're white because it's cold and snowy as fuck. You know, and you got like, the Greeks and the Spanish are all very olive skinned. Why? Because it's fucking sunny where they are. In Africa, you're usually tan or black because the sun is right there bearing down on you out of the fucking sky. If you're along the equator in Brazil and Mexico, you're going to be pretty fucking tan because, hey, the sun's pretty fucking bright. And this is due to evolution over, thousands of years, if not hundreds of thousands of years? Of like, okay. So, like, if you take a Neanderthal and put him in, like, I don't know, Turkey, he's going to fry like a fucking egg because he's not designed to be there. You know, it's why, like, jaguars have certain kinds of spots. It's why some dogs, in Africa aren't the same as ones in North America. They're going to be built different. They're going to be longer legged. They're going to be more prone to exuding heat fat. They got larger ears. It's all these things for a reason. And when you trivialize that, it's kind of a disservice to that race in a way. Like I understand if people got around. People only got around until like the 1800s, roughly, if not like the 1900s, for multiple reasons. For some good, some bad. I know. All right, I know what happened during that time. Everyone fucking knows. But people didn't get around until that point because
Well, these people claim otherwise. They literally say that Europe was always diverse. You had like black people and brown people all over the place, like in 12th century Europe. They were in Viking lands. They were in Poland. Like,
the only time Europe got diverse was in the fucking Mongols tore through it and made it very, very tan.
And then when the Moors took over like Spain.
Yeah. You know, like literally, it got diverse due to invasion. That's literally what happened.
But
like there are definitely well-known historical figures that were of different ethnicities that made their way into Europe, and because they were so rare, became major figures. I think in passing mentioned Gawain, but he's literally the only black guy in the entire King Arthur mythos, and that shit, depending on who you talk to, spans about a century from a little bit before he was born to a little bit after he dies. Like, it was not a common thing. It did happen, but it didn't happen everywhere the way every MF with a frickin' film degree wants it to have happened.
Well, you remember that game, Kingdom Come Deliverance? That like rural Poland in the 14th century didn't have like, black people in it.
Rural
like,
Poland.
Well, they were around in Spain. Yeah, do you know how far Spain is from Poland? Do you know the dangers and like how long it would take to like get from Spain to Poland back in those days? It's not like you could just take the bullet train. There was like literally like months of travels with bandits and all sorts of shit preying on you the whole way.
Well,
like,
that and usually, if you were tan or black, you're on trade caravans. You're traveling through. You know, you're out there making money. So, like, if you roll in the trade caravan and like you're all from like the barber states, you're pretty exotic. Like, you were like, oh shit, they got spices and shit, and people come and buy from you. You know, it was. It's but they
cinnamon.
Say cinnamon. Bark.
Turmeric.
Are we naming spices now? What the fuck's going on? Cinnamon, turmeric. What the fuck?
One of the gifts that the three wise men brought was the
myrrh?
base for perfume, for like myrrh. Yeah, for thousands of years. That shit, like, ounce for ounce, as valuable as precious metals. Like, that was not a something that could frequently be acquired. There was the value in diversity there. Perfect.
In the words of
there's your explanation.
See, in the words of today's youth, myrrh was bussin' back in the day or some shit. I don't know.
For real.
On baby Jesus, it was bussin'.
on jaw FR, dog.
The two wise men look over him and say, like, what does that even mean? He says, I don't know, but the kids will be saying it one day.
Looks at a Jesus based.
but yeah, I have no issue with fictional diversity or whatever. I just wanted to make sense. Like, it's like in the Witcher show. They have like the captain of the guard of the queen, and he's like this big fat black guy, and he has like some Nordic or Polish sounding name. He's like Oglaf or whatever. It's like, why? Like,
the fuck you mean Oglaf?
Yeah, but if you want to have like a black character in it, like I could figure out a way. There's a war going on. Have it be some like scary mercenary.
A mercenary,
from, like,
a
whatever,
sword
like
for
the
hire.
Africa equivalent. Yeah, like the Africa equivalent is of like that setting. He's traveling where the money is. There's like this war going on. He goes there with his merry band of other mercenaries, and he like goes to make some money.
Okay.
And you could have like an awesome character with an actual like culture that you can showcase.
Well, the thing is,
instead of just Oglaf the Black Knight.
You could do that and go, hey, Oglaf, why are you here? I want to kill white folks. All right, cool. Because at least it's honest, you know? Like, like, okay, cool. You know, you have like this Moorish guy who's like, so why up here in this war? I want to kill white folks. Here's some gold. Go kill those white folks.
You could even do like a whole, like he's a Moroccan, his family was killed by, like some fucking rogue crusader in like
Templars,
the First Crusade or some shit. He wants to find that guy and like get revenge. Like, okay, there. Easy.
Well, you see that
super believable.
It's funny how we can make better plots for movies in this little shitty podcast than they can in Hollywood. Like, God, we made like 4 movies right now. Like, because like look at you mentioned The Witcher. Witcher Blood Origin is sitting at 13% audience score. Like, that's how bad it was.
It was dog shit. Excuse
like
my Dutch.
Excuse my Dutch. That you just fucking said. How dare you? But you know, it's just like it's not hard to make a good movie.
My Flemish.
Excuse my Flemish.
Well, one of my favorite fantasy movies in quotes is The 13th Warrior, and that's
exactly
very diverse. It's a Muslim guy who travels with Vikings to Viking lands and like has adventures. But in the context of that movie, they make it make sense. It's the Vikings are literally like don't sell
traders,
somewhere.
yeah.
They want yeah. So yeah, they make it make sense. Like it's not like that new season of the actual Viking show where like the Jarl is like a black woman for no reason.
Yeah, they basically they took history and twisted it so far it broke in half just for that character.
Really wanted something badass that appeals to a lot of people. I personally think the middle, sort of like the golden, if you could call it that, the golden age of the Byzantine Empire, where you had the Varangian Guard,
the Hizzy Bizzies. Hell yeah, brother.
Saxons and Gauls and Visigoths, and you have all of these tribes that fit perfectly into the currently popular sort of Viking niche. And then because it's the Byzantine Empire, you have ethnic Romans, and then you would also, because of where it's located, right there in Constantinople, you could have a whole slew of different minorities. Like, just literally take your pick, man. At that point, you really could pick and choose any character to be almost any ethnicity within, with some limitations, like the Varangian Guard, for example, and it would fit, and it would be easily explainable and reasonably historically inaccurate, historically accurate enough for TV. Yeah.
See, what I don't get is why they're so obsessed with colorizing Europe. Like, if you want to have a cool story, you can do that. Just take it to a place where it makes sense. Like, imagine
Goblins are behind it.
The banks, the goblin bankers are behind this. But like, if you want a really colorful land to do movies in, you go along all the Barbary states, or like Greece. That place was fucking full of fucking color.
Badass.
No, but these people, the difference is these people literally believe that.
What do you mean, these people?
But progressives. They literally believe that Europe was always diverse. But there's just been hundreds of years of like white supremacists, hiding it. Like basically, we've been purposely like whitewashing history to like.
Domino, they have found us out.
Yeah.
Man, if I went back in time any further than, I'd say, like the 40s, if I went to Chicago, an Irish guy would run out of a bar and like stab me for being there, for being Italian. Like, there is so, oh, God.
How dare you be Italian in my presence? God damn it.
How dare you be Italian in my presence? Yeah, but they're like, yes, it was the whites doing it all. Like, dude, everyone was doing it to themselves.
Everybody hated everybody.
Their history is to make themselves the best and everybody else the worst. Oh my God.
I was watching one movie on Netflix.
It's actually kind of like the reverse now, where it's like we were oppressed, we were the worst. Now that means we can do terrible
whenever.
things.
Yeah.
Well,
it's revenge time.
Well, y'all said y'all seen the what was it, what was that little all black cartoon on Disney?
The Proud Family.
The Proud Family. Have y'all seen like the Proud Family thing yet? Where they say slaves built this country? Yeah. Spicy.
Also, they rag on the white girl for like dating a black boy, and then they make her break up with him because they find out that he only wants to date white girls. So that's somehow offensive to like all the black girls. So they make the white girl break up with him.
Yeah. So I wouldn't show.
Oh my gosh.
So I want to show chat this video. I want to pause the synthwave for a second.
Insane.
But yeah, so chat, watch this shit. Like, cartoons should be entertaining, but they're using this to be basically, I don't know, dividing. So let's listen to this shit.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First it was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing.
I haven't seen The Proud Family like as a show in years, man. That's an old core memory.
Well, what's funny is how like the little white girl in the background just holds up signs like don't speak, white child. But yeah, here we go. Here's more of this fucking video. Like,
listening to you right now.
Built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering and continue to.
Like, I get what they're saying, but like, last I've checked, no one's worked a cotton field in the last like fucking 100 years, right? And
Well,
am I wrong?
I mean, this might be very offensive, and it might get me cancelled if anyone ever listens back to this. But I don't think cotton alone built America. I'm sorry. I don't think cotton was quite that important. I'm pretty sure the Industrial Revolution had a bit more to do with it than just cotton.
Well, see, I wouldn't really say slaves built the country. Technically, everyone built the country, and unfortunately, slave labor was a horrible side effect of that. But if you want to talk about it, basically, killing the British built this fucking country.
But
here, hold on.
Everyone was doing it back then, so it's like not just us.
Like,
White supremacy that America was.
do people still think that us white folk are like going to clam meetings in a cornfield still? Like, I don't get.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I don't get why they think that we're like no one fucking cares. Like us, like I don't know. I can't speak for all white people, but we're too busy paying taxes and trying to make ends meet to care about what other people are at this point. Like I get. Like I want to like you could say like okay like I don't think there's a single person in this country who will say, "Oh boy, I sure do miss slavery." No one's gonna say that shit. Like
No.
I swear they think that white folks yearn for the days of owning people or some shit. Like right now, I couldn't afford to own a person. I'm too fucking poor. Like wow.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
like,
budgetary issue.
like I don't get why they think that. Like I don't like why do they think white folks like are yearning for the days of owning people again? Like I don't get where this shit's coming from. Like I would rather go through and pay money to make sure this MODOK never comes to be than fucking like deal with fucking. I mean, no one likes slavery, obviously. And when you and if you look through history, everyone's been a slave at least once. Asians been slaves, whites been slaves, blacks been slaves. Everyone's been a slave once through history. Like people forget that like in the Middle East, white folks were sold like fucking party poppers. Like it just is what it is. And slavery as a general thing is bad, sure, but it can't be used as this fueling thing for all these horrible fucking movies, all these horrible cartoons, and everything that's shit. Like
Really good show that I think gives a good example of that, and it was I think it was called The Northman.
Yeah.
And that was about a guy who like
I can't use the shitting log anymore.
yeah, he had to go through this whole like arc of like surviving the political coup at his father's stead, and then fucking like he went off on a boat because reasons, and while he was out got picked up by like a roving band of raiders, joined them, and then intentionally got himself caught as a slave to another white guy. Like it's perhaps the only time I've ever seen that referenced in
Is that the same show where like the
movie rather?
The chieftain owns like wooden dildos or some shit?
No, that is a very different dog. I don't know what shows you're watching.
Hold on. Let's see. Vikings series. It's called Northman.
No, so
Norseman.
yeah,
Sorry, Norseman.
Norseman. My bad.
That's a comedy.
Yeah. I thought you talked about Norseman. No, you're talking about Northman, which is completely
The
different.
my bad.
Northman is a movie. You guys haven't seen The Northman? That movie rules.
Oh, I have seen this. Yeah. This is the one where like
Pretty good
they raid that fucking place and they throw a spear, right?
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I
it's
know a Norwegian who hates it.
It's a
Yeah, but he
self-hating
hates-
Norwegian.
He hates everything, so
Yeah.
you don't listen to him.
That's like also kind of that Norwegian mentality. It's like, oh, this sunflower, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Who happy?
I hate smiles.
That was happy ones.
You
I
ever seen a
didn't like
Norwegian
it.
movie? It's like an exercise in depression.
Oop, shit, I closed my fucking music. God damn it. I closed my movie. Ah. Hold on, I closed the fucking music. Because I am trash.
Oh,
One
it
second.
is music.
So apparently,
There we go.
Wizards of the Coast went to rich people in Brazil.
Do what now?
Yeah, they're firing a lot of like their community managers, as they call them, which is basically just woke assholes. So
The Brazil office.
Based out of Brazil? That's what they're doing?
They sent them to Brazil.
Send him to Detroit.
yeah,
Oh my god, dude.
that's a good movie. Kentucky Fried movie. Nice.
Oh my god. Brazil, dude.
So-
The only guy that I've ever
People
been like
around
in a
here used to-
Discord with. Oh,
People
go
around
ahead.
here used to brag about being from Detroit
Why?
because they thought they were gangster.
Bruh.
Because like you gotta understand,
Imagine.
like in Michigan, it was like the culture was like, oh well, like I'm badass because I'm from Detroit.
What?
It's like no, dude, you're from Ann Arbor. You're like a little rich white boy who thinks he's badass.
There is nothing more cringe than gangster like white dudes. It's like, stop it, all right? Just like, I whenever I see one, I always see fucking what was his name, Malibu, the fucking cringe ass Nene movie when they like back in the fucking
Malibu's Most Wanted.
No. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted. It's that weird cringy white dude who's like trying to be like a gangster. He wears like the fuzzy blue hats and shit. It's like it's all I picture when I see a white dude like sagging his pants and trying to like basically, I don't know, culturally steal gangster culture.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking. It's
Oh, yeah,
Flash.
Screen is right.
Flash. No, no Flash. Remove it quick. God damn it, Flash. And then Guard was banned from Twitch.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, or
0
they go the
seconds
next
flat.
step. They go the next step and they become juggalos.
Magnets, how
Dude,
do they
Juggalos are
work?
Pure comedy.
It's like a Digimon digivolving.
I'm pretty sure Juggalos are like mostly corn syrup by this point.
Into Juggalomon.
Juggalo-
Dude, I would lose my shit if Juggalomon ever became a thing. Oh my god.
Actually, since we're on the topic of Digimon, why did Digimon get so fucking horny, bro? Like, holy shit. Like, hold on. Let's
I wouldn't
actually
worry about it, dog.
actually, hold on. Why is both new Digimon and new Pokemon so fucking horny, dude? Like, some of these Pokemon,
who
like
buys
that,
the merch,
like
guys?
that is not a Pokemon. That is a furry persona. Like, there's no fucking way it's a goddamn Pokemon.
Because of World 34.
Let's see. Let's go here and chat. But in Ludist, hold on. Is that safe on here? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and close this window real quick before I type this in.
Yeah.
So let's see
Swap
here.
that to a different monitor.
Fuda
there, boss.
Evolution.
Ludist Digimon, because I know like Angemon's been like everyone's fat fuel for the last like
Angelomon.
13. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It'll be
Rid-
like Renamon.
Yeah, Renamon, Angemon, fucking like.
Yeah, the new Pokemon Futanari.
Excuse me.
God, dude.
Excuse
Please,
me.
no.
What'd you just say?
Yeah, the new Pokemon Futanari.
I hate that.
I'm
There-
just gonna
I
assume
hate
that's
this.
what
There-
Futa.
That I now
There's
have
a-
to consider whether or
hold
not
on,
that's
hold
real
on.
is really
Hold on.
something else.
I gotta Google it. Hold on. Digimon. Hold on. Pokemon. Futanarimon. You said.
Yeah, Futanari. Pokemon Futanari. Type that. And then do not show it on the screen.
I don't like this first Pornhub link. What's going on here? Nope. Nope. Gotta scrub that shit. Not this time, Satan.
You get banned off of Twitch right there.
But CC Pirate Guard, do not show that. So like, because I was in my game store last Saturday. I'm watching these kids play Pokemon. Like, what the fuck? Like, half these Pokemon are basically like thick as fuck, furry for so like. What the fuck are these Pokemon? Oh yeah, it's the Gen 5. Like Gen 5 what? Strippers? Like what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Something else, dog.
Yeah, he's got, like,
They ran out of ideas. They were like, "How can we make money?" I don't know. Just make all the Pokemon short stacks.
Like
Yeah.
like
Bruh.
like there's one called was it Lopunny or some shit?
Yep. Yeah, it's just
Oh.
a rabbit with a fat ass.
Yeah.
And there
You laugh, but that's what they did.
I was sitting there in this game store. And this guy's got like the big card play mats. And it's literally a giant, thick, sexy Lopunny. I was like, "What the fuck is going on? You are 10. What are you doing?"
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, Pokemon, the
the worst
furry
part is-
pipeline.
Like, as a kid, asking their mom, like, "Oh, I want Pokemon stuff for my birthday, mom. Just want Pokemon." Like that, 100% was like on a birthday list. She didn't think twice about buying that shit from Walmart, dude.
Oh my god, there's a top 10 sexiest Pokemon list. Hold on.
Oh, there's
All right,
there's a guy who's built his YouTube channel off exactly that.
You're shitting me.
No, not at all.
Bro, they're talking. Oh, okay, chat. Chat, we're gonna go into a little bit of like cringe here, okay? I'm gonna bring the window up.
We doing a rabbit hole, so to speak.
But this is the top 10 sexiest Pokemon list. So apparently something called a Gardevoir, and there's a quote here. There's a quote here. She is the perfect girl, the embodiment of sexiness. She is beautiful, hot, very cute, and also very loyal.
She's got that plant pussy.
Please no.
This podcast is going weird places. There's Lopunny, right? Lopunny could make me spend a paycheck. Fucking excuse me?
Yep, there you go.
This one says she be thick.
Yep. Like I said.
Are you fucking shit? Okay, we're gonna go through this list in an in-stream because I cannot mentally fathom this shit. Female Meloetta. What the fuck is this? Female Primarina?
Malonetta.
Is
big melons.
Is that the actual Pokemon? That there? Is that the actual Pokemon?
She's got some cleavage there.
There's no fucking way that's the actual Pokemon.
Oh, 100% it is, dude.
Oh, what the fuck? It's a fish!
No, it's a mermaid.
This is the fish thing. Son, put the fish down.
Okay, no, the actual one doesn't have giant titties.
Male Greninja. Is that a frog thing? It's a Flemish.
It's Flemish.
So, female... There's no way in fuck that's a Pokemon. Are you
How much you want to bet, dog?
There's no fucking way.
I will put
Google
cash
search
on it right now because I need that money for car repairs.
Okay, so I think they're sexing up these Pokemon.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
How does it feel to say that sentence out loud?
Are you new to the internet, guy, bro? I've seen shit like this since Pokemon was first a thing in like the late 90s.
I don't go down these rabbit holes, bro. I don't.
I saw Pokemon porn back when news groups were a thing.
Goregeist. How? This Okay, chat. Look here. Okay.
They just went and like found
art. Now look, it shows this. This Pokemon looks like this. This Pokemon is not, it's just a fucking gourd. There's no way in the fuck this should be sexy. Come on, man.
The bottom one with the booty is kind of...
It shouldn't be, but the internet has made it that way, and then the company fully embraced it.
Male,
to the degree that they could.
Male Mewtwo. Come on, bro. Female Braxton? Oh, this is a little fox thing. Nope.
Extra thick Vixen Fox.
Please, no. Oh
yeah, right gosh. There. It says extra thick Vixen Fox. These guys are being horny on main when they shouldn't be, alright? I know about... See, I get the whole fucking... Domino, what's the meme we made fun of earlier with the whole... Vaporeon. I know the whole Vaporeon meme, but this is going too far.
The Yamato meme?
You gotta read the Blaziken.
This is going too far, bro. Like, leave the weird male chicken alone, man. This says, what the... I love him so much. I have a stuffed animal of him I cuddle every night. The things I'd let him do to me if he was real.
A nice hair on your dick?
Yeah, it's and like when you consider the consequences of this, right? People wonder why furries are like proliferating at such an alarming rate. Like, here you go.
Bro, this is
speedrun any percent for being a furry.
This is just
there was a whole subculture of brony.
Why is Jinx here? What the f Jinx should not Jinx should not be here, bro. No way. This creature should not give you wet nightmares. No, bro. No. Get help. Get help.
It's already happening.
Female Zoroark? What the fuck? This is an anteater? What is this?
It is a... I don't even know what the fuck it is, dog. It's, but it's... Someone made it horny,
See,
so...
I think the main problem here... The main problem is that furries are getting involved in this and are turning the young male populace to fucking... like...
You're saying they're putting chemicals in the water. Turn the Pokemon...
Turn the fucking frogs gay.
They turn the damn Pokemon thick!
God.
Why is Lickitung here? Come on, bro.
Oh, you know why they...
Come on, bro.
Why you gotta ask that question, dog?
You're not that innocent.
Yo, baby, what that tongue do? See that shit? Salazzle? What a sexy lizard? What the fuck?
She can get all the fun places in one lick.
God, it's
This
rabbit hole is really
Machoke. What the fuck?
Like,
Yeah.
he
you
is.
gotta roll for like mental solidarity every single time you go down one of these rabbit holes.
Chat.
Machoke, he's the deep throat king.
Chat. It says male Machoke jacked. I want my face to be sat on. These people need help, man. Like,
Yes.
please Machoke me.
To be
It
institutionalized.
says please Machoke me. Someone fucking get these people a psychiatrist ASAP. Like, I get that my server's horny for Monster Girls, but there's a fine line between that, or actually, there's a big broad line behind that and fucking Pokemon. My God.
People sexualize My Little Pony, dude, they had like.
Dude, the cloppers, please.
The cloppers.
They called it clopping.
Goddamn cloppers.
I had a friend in high school who was all about that shit, and I gave him no end to shit for being that way. I was like, dog, you can't even. It's a horse. Like, you cannot go to a zoo ever again in your entire life with me.
I don't get how because My Little Pony was a fun little cartoon to watch with your kids because it was entertaining. But how did it get so sexualized so fast? Like
4chan.
Well, the 4chan clopper pipeline.
Yeah.
Like, my understanding of what happened was like it started as like a troll on 4chan, where they're like, we're gonna like ironically say this is good, and then they got people.
Then it grew.
Buying it.
They successfully psyoped Twitter.
I'm old enough. I remember the original My Little Pony from the '80s. So yeah.
We psyop Twitter. It's funny. Oh my God. So I don't know what to feel after that list of sexy Pokemon, because I think people need help to like touch grass. That's not a Pokemon. Do not touch the grass types.
Did it awaken something inside of you? Deep inside of you?
Bro, I like my Monster Girls because at least there's some flesh on there and they're at least humanoid, not a literal fox girl that some furry turned to literal thick fat bait. No, no.
So what you're saying is we'll be back next week with our list of the top 10 sexiest Pokemon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh man, dude, I would be on that podcast in a heartbeat.
Of course you would, you fucking deviant.
God bro's all dehydrated.
Why'd you lift arm so big? I was curling weights. Yeah, I was curling.
I've been playing the new Pokemon game, guys, on the Switch.
Damien, do not send me Pokemon lore in my fucking DMs. Fucking stop it. I
Too
don't
late,
know.
dude. It's already coming your way. He's got it copy pasted.
Well,
find out how true that list is.
So normally I don't share DM, but Damien says, Gardevoir, the wife of Pokemon, will yeet black holes at people to get away from her man. I don't want to know this shit. Why do you know this shit?
Read the Pokedex entry.
You don't want to know the answer to, dog. I'm going to be so honest with you.
No, okay, but see, it's not even. It's not just the Pokemon that gets sexualized. It's all the human characters too. There's so much out of Jesse and James. It's crazy.
Dude,
actually,
it started with Jesse and James.
No.
As soon as they let a latex, thigh-high wearing villain female, who constantly has immaculate makeup, into that series, it was over, dog.
It's worse than that. It's a female and a femboy.
It was over, dog.
It's a cross-dressing femboy. Like what do you expect would happen?
No shit. Jesse I was like, you know what? That'll do it. And literally, I think Jesse built my fucking like almost built-in love of thigh highs, because like it was like what, the 90s. You're like, oh cool, a villain. You're like, huh? Because like the short skirt showing midriff is like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel funny.
And then this James dressing.
I feel funny.
Like, wait, I'm confused here.
James grew breasts, dude.
Yeah.
I sure do love jelly donuts.
Futanari James. That's his nickname.
Let's see here. Top 10 anime monster girls. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, dude. Ever since Monster Musume, like I tell you, dude, there have been like 3 series that have tried to cash in on that shit. But it's so niche that it could basically only be successful once.
Are we gonna like kind of look over the fact that they put the lolly character on that list?
Yeah, I saw 2 lolly characters. Like that one shouldn't be there. I don't care how old that vampire is. Keep her off the fucking list.
Yep.
Fire, dude.
Cody says, "I swear to God, if Harpy isn't on there." So
it fucking better be.
So
this is Centaur.
Yes, this is my anime list. Let's see what this is. So apparently,
in canon, have banged a Harpy war queen. That dude, if Harpies don't make that list, we can't be friends anymore.
Hold on. How do you do that? Like the ranking list. Let's see. Like ranking monster girls.
Like tier maker?
Yeah. Yeah, tier maker. There we go.
Doing this right now.
There we go.
Yeah,
we're doing this.
All right.
Now, is there like a big one?
In.
Why are they all in Russian? What the fuck? Why are they all in Russian?
The Russians are based.
Create your own ranking. Can I do that? Oh, cool. Okay. What does it say? What it is? I guess not. Okay, so I guess we'll try and figure it out as we're doing this. Okay, so is that an Oni? All the heads are all. There's too many here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, like,
there's a lot to go through. That's why these tier lists can be. They're so divisive too.
They're so divisive.
I see a squirrel girl.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one then.
Okay, Harpies, double S tier. That's it.
Okay. Okay, chat, and guess we'll go one by one. So let's see.
Oh God.
Flat.
Okay.
Who ordered all this fucking anime titty?
Cody Fire, we are ordering anime today. So let's see here. Flat-chested vampire girls. Is this what this is?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's lolly.
Why do you even exist? Gotcha.
I'm saying, I'm saying like.
Can I scroll in? Yeah, there we go. Okay, Anubis anime girl.
That's a tough.
So if you look on stream, she's wearing like looks like baggy Saracen pants and a thong.
that is at least A tier.
A tier?
I don't know about A tier.
B tier?
A
tier?
like
B tier?
I'm saying like a B personally.
Why B and why A? Make
okay.
State your reasons, gentlemen.
Okay. I'm not actually a huge fan of Anubises. I think it's very much like there's a whole category, right? And that is all descended from like the werewolf monster girl like archetype. And I put Anubis in that subcategory. So because it's like it feels derivative. Oh, God, what am I saying? I hear that out loud to myself. Like I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Hold on. So Victor, why A? Go.
Because I like dusky-skinned, dark-haired girls, and I like Egyptian mythology.
He's got a point,
Oh,
Domino.
fair. Okay.
A it is.
So, hey, yo, come on, man.
Okay.
I will say the Anubis bringing the whale tail back into fashion, like 10 years after the fact, I'm okay with that.
Okay, how
Whale
about
tails need to make a comeback.
Okay, so pig face orc girls.
Ooh, okay. How big face we talking here?
S tier.
She has an oinker nose and pig ears, but is buxom. Yeah. DF.
No,
I would unironically, I'd say like D.
No,
like
DF C tier.
If it doesn't even look like something I would actually date, I'm not.
Domino, but Domino, you have dated someone who looks like this. You told me about it. You showed me pictures.
Those I have not.
You can call her a sex pig.
Oh, I'm being chased by a man with a shotgun.
Well, they call it slam pig for a reason. I'm gonna call it D. Yeah. Because at least at least you can do it. You know, you get a nice big brown paper bag, put over the head. You're good to go. Looks like dark elf snake girls.
I don't like snake lower bodies. I'm fine with like I'm fine with like Gorgon girls with like snake hair. Those are fun. But I don't like Nagas.
Oh yeah. This is basically a Naga with like dark purple skin. Gives off.
I don't mind those. I am okay with the grape snake.
Grape?
B is fine.
B? S tier? Shut up, chat.
There's a very hard line.
They've read all the profiles on these.
I know. Centaur girls, S tier, going up. Anyway, so go back down to the chat there.
Come on now. Be honest with yourself.
I am. So let's see here. Tall Oni girls.
Fucking Gobbo, he likes donuts.
I sure do love jelly donuts. Odin girls, tall.
Yes.
Ooh,
S.
A tier.
A? I'll say S actually, because there's something about having like a 6'5" muscle chick who can just big spoon you. There's something nice about it. You know what I mean?
Lots
Like,
of alcohol too.
I'm all down for that, but for me, it's about like someone I don't have to be like overly gentle with. Like I've been in that situation a couple too many times, where like I have to treat someone like a freaking Fabergé egg, because they're just physically, they're either smaller or just less.
Okay,
like, athletic
Domino.
than myself.
Domino.
And it's frustrating.
No,
Man. Like,
hold on.
tell me someone in chat does not know my pain right now.
So Domino, big busty harpy girl.
What's that?
Big busty harpy girl. What tier?
I'd say B. If that cup size is over a C, then that ain't a harpy dog. That's someone pretending to be a harpy.
It's an ostrich.
I mean, some birds have pretty thick, juicy chests.
Stop, bro.
Why is chat saying supreme? It's just the whole chat says S S S S S.
They don't want them to be able to fly away on them.
If they're exactly right. If they can't fly away on their own, they can't carry you, so you can't be your own close air support. I'm just saying. If they are particularly, if they're like athletic and slim, then I'd say S tier. But like a sort of buxom harpy, I would say is like that's like B-ish, maybe like a high C.
I'm gonna say
I'm a realist here. Like I love harpies, I really do. But
okay, thick gargoyle girl.
Oh, dude, S every time.
It's a picture. Okay, so it's right here on the chat screen.
But is she actually made out of rock? That would be uncomfortable. That chafes.
Yeah, but then like they like
that's where
comes
the
like
magic comes in.
Pebbles in your dick hole. Come on.
Pebbles in your dick hole. I'm gonna say
B.
B
for Boulder.
Yeah.
Oh,
B
come
for
on.
Boulder.
I don't need that granite pussy.
Shit, there'll be boulders.
Oh man, that Grussy
what.
coming for you.
Heck, stop. Yeah, Grussy. Shut the
Goddamn that
fuck up,
Grussy.
dude.
Got brick dust all over you? No, thank you.
That goddamn Brussy coming for you. Let's
There's a
see.
playing card.
Flat-chested Batgirl.
Ooh, that's a good one. Flat just I would say A, like actually.
Yeah, sure, A.
I want to say A, but like I need the S.
Yeah. You know it's good.
Okay, A. So let's see here. 1,000-year-old lowly demon.
F.
What's that bottom tier?
Do I even exist?
F. Foxtrot.
No. So
That is straight out dog.
the very bottom one is why do you even exist?
No. I know they exist because pedos are a thing, but like they shouldn't. So I'm saying F tier.
Angel there as well.
Angel, what angel? Oh, that one?
There was like the third or fourth one.
Oh, this one right here?
I'm saying B tier because until you get married, it's only anal.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I went to a
She
Catholic
lolly
school,
though.
dog. I know what I'm talking about here. Trust me.
Roach bug girl.
What?
Roach bug
Okay.
F.
B for bug.
If we're talking specifically like roaches, then I'd say like D.
No, F. Say no to bugs.
There's like
No
10
to
bugs.
bugs, dog.
That's the kind of girlfriend that Klaus Schwab would want you to have. So no.
I saw one down here. If you look on stream, it's a flat-chested caterpillar girl.
Okay.
No.
Like,
No, don't worry.
like she's caterpillar. She's caterpillar up to like the neck.
Does she smoke a hookah? Does she
Oh,
smoke the kush?
okay. That's going like C or D. If that's the extent of the caterpillarification.
If it's like the Alice in Wonderland
Domino, why?
that smokes the hookah
Sorry.
with you.
Everyone's blasting
Just be how
Domino
it
in the
is.
chat.
If it's
Domino, why?
literally- If it look, from the way it's being described, it sounds like a caterpillar that has a woman's head on the front of it.
Yes,
And
that's
I'm gonna be so brutally honest, dude. I'm not putting the old bald priest is not gonna be giving that hoe a sermon anytime soon.
Full chat's like, Domino, why? I saw one on here. It looked very interesting. Spunky Tomboy Cat Girl.
Ooh, okay. Those two prefixes alone put it at like A tier.
Yeah.
Iron, you agree?
Yeah,
Spunky
like,
and Tomboy
kind of generic
are
at this
like
point.
that just does it every time, dog. Ain't no two ways about it.
Iron, you agree? A.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll put one up there.
So Iron, Victor,
Caveat that they are in fact a spunky tomboy. That is mandatory.
I already hear T-shirt. So what you guys do on Garbro's podcast? We rated Monster Girls.
Well,
Let's see
we're
here.
working on the waifu catalog.
Shark Girl.
hey, the waifu catalog. That's what's up.
Shark Monster Girl waifu.
Oh.
Shark monster
A.
girl, huh?
Did you say A?
I'd say B.
I don't.
B personally.
I don't get the huge appeal to shark girls. I really don't. Like, I don't get why they're so popular.
Sharks are scary.
I don't know what this creature is, but it's going in fucking. It's like a weird egg yolk girl, and you're going right down the very bottom. be gone, demon.
I think they did a whole series of like Wonderland things.
That is literally an egg yolk as a person.
Yes.
I mean, it's good for keto.
It's good for keto.
Okay, since you said it looks like an egg yolk, is it a slime?
No, it's just like it's like in an egg.
Yeah, it's like the slime, but it has an eggshell it sits in, and the girl is
fuck?
like the yolk.
No.
Let's see. I saw one. Pretty curious. It was like a weird scorpion girl. Let's see if I can find her again.
Oh fuck, a centipede? No, thank you.
No, not a centipede. A scorpion girl.
No, but I saw a centipede.
Like a scorpion tar.
No, it wasn't like a. Where'd it go? It shifted. Where is it? I'll find you. Cody Fire. It's a harpy egg slime. Oh, why do you know that, deviant?
Chad has read all these programs.
Questions you don't want to know the answer to again. We've been over this.
I want buff.
It just
big
leads
cat
you to
girls.
unhappiness.
That fighter guy says, "I want big buff cat girls." Let's
Man
see
wants
here.
his cot tots.
He
We all
does.
know.
He does.
There's a big bear girl.
Where?
Okay, bear. Okay, that's going in like A tier, automatically.
Let's.
Right
I,
up there with girls, honestly.
I saw one I wanted to grab, but I fucking missed it. Hold on. It was that big.
We all have.
Oh, shut up.
Have you guys ever played that game called Cloud Meadows?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah.
It's a H game.
Yeah, but you get to breed monster.
Ah, here it is.
And monster guys if you want, but.
So this is that weird like wolf manticore girl with like the giant weird fleshy
they're
tail
awesome.
bulb.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what the tail does. That thing has a mouth.
Those are base, dude. I don't know why people hate on them.
Where's she going exactly with the Schluck 9000 tail?
I'm gonna be honest though. Their lore is kind of It's kind of like how a lot of SCPs are written to just be like broken and like retarded, just OP. like
Except it's broken with your dick.
yeah, and so for that reason, I'd say like low B, high C personally.
I'll put her in C then, because that tail's fucking freaky, dude. I don't jive with the weird.
Oh, dude, when you
suck
start reading
grapefruit tail.
When you start reading the fucking fan stories from the Monster Girl, right? Well, I can't use the right MFs. They
the big pink.
they're pretty
the
freaky.
big pink harpy.
So
Okay, so here's a weird wolf girl. I think this is the Hellhound girl, the giant. Like,
oh, dude. Okay, Hellhounds A tier.
Yeah,
A. It's okay.
Yep.
A.
I've seen
This,
all
this,
of them.
this,
They smell like
this is gonna be
cinnamon.
like so top heavy.
I saw a Coppa girl, which was kind of creepy.
Let's see here. Because I'm trying to avoid
there you go.
like other.
Coppa girl.
Where?
Coppa girl in the middle, the above, right there. Okay. No.
Garfield girl?
Left.
Fucking
Green
what?
one. The green one with the shell.
The kappa.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
copper. This thing right here.
Yeah. Oh, you can knot in a bullhead.
Okay, so where does the balding fish girl
It's
go?
not balding. They have a bullhead with water in it.
So, you know what? C, because she's out there doing her best, man. She's balding at age 20.
Man.
She's doing her best. Oh, here it is. So, busty Arabian tan scorpion girl.
Yes, there's
I used to know what those were
Scorpion Tar.
called.
Everything sounds great about that except for Scorpion.
No, they had there's a specific name for them. Why can't I remember
D.
it?
Everyone's saying D in chat.
No. That's like B tier. Oh man, there's a name for those fucking things.
Oh, I found it. Gertabalilul.
Oh yeah, Jurtablilu. Yeah. Those things are fucking awesome.
So,
B tier.
okay. B.
At least my vote is for B. I know I'm gonna be outvoted anyway though.
Here's a flat-chested beholder girl. What the fuck is this?
Up out here for us bug fuckers. Either way.
Yes, this is a mono-eye beholder girl.
The gazer.
The gazer.
A tier.
A tier.
I put any female that can just like make you bust the fattest nut with the power of her mind. I'm just saying, dog. Like that is up there.
Beholders don't have mind powers though. They have like disintegration rays and stuff. They're just gonna like melt your dick away.
But this is written with like the power of dick, so.
The power of dick.
He's not wrong. Somebody say he's wrong in chat. You'll be
look
wrong.
at them all like that.
So where is she going?
Although, I will because it's a mono eye. Like they're generally like really cute, but I'm saying, oh geez, because not everything can be.
I would say D because she's just weird. She's just weird.
I would say
that's too many damn eyeballs, man.
B or C.
D.
Iron. D.
What? D,
Victor?
what are you talking about? Oh, you're high. You're high as
There's
fuck.
way too many at the top.
I want to know who you talk to get whatever you're smoking, because that is some good shit.
So trying to not hit because they got a lot of repeats in here. So I'm not trying to avoid those. Let's see here. Let's find something that's not been done yet.
Just go ahead and grab all the harpies and put them up in like A and S.
Busty Witch Girl.
Where's that at?
There are some harpies that I will concede not.
My favorite is
do not
the pink
jive
one
with
with
me.
the big giant wings. I think it's in like the left column.
I was introduced to a very interesting mythical species of harpy lately, though, that I think y'all would be interested in. If you're familiar with the mythical bird known as a rock, that is
but that's a stone, not a bird.
No, it's so a rock is literally a hawk so large.
There's too many options here. What the fuck, dude? Is it all repeats?
Half a city.
You missed some harpies? Yeah, I know.
Some harpies.
I know.
It's some like
And some
Arabian
centaurs.
myth.
Oh, this thing, the big fluffy owl harpy thing. I was trying to finally get.
Yeah, it's like a bimbo harpy.
Bimbo harpy. There's too many.
There's one in there.
There's too many repeats here, man. This is a mess of a fucking catalog. It's gotta be a better one. Anyway, so what are y'all's favorite Monster Girl by far?
Oh, dude.
Like you would kill for this Monster Girl.
Oh. That's okay. Well, that raises the stakes a bit.
As Domino revs his horny meter.
You could hear that shit starting up miles away.
Yeah, I could go with like a hot orc girl or something. It's fine.
Orc girl? Like, hold on, which kind?
No, not to pick those ones. More like the
like the big muscly like D&D orc.
Yeah.
You like Tusk, do you?
Yeah,
If I had to kill for my
Jeez.
Monster Girl of choice, that's tough, man.
Your
I'll
sexy
take
orc
like
will lean
I'll
closely
take
in
like
your
a.
ear, whisper sweet nothings, go.
Yeah. All right. The
Zug zug.
I'll take a dog elf
Time
slash
for
drow.
a dark elf. See, dark elves were like like my earliest like D&D flares for Monster Girls because like the dusky skin, the purple hair is like.
Yeah,
No, I
we're
don't
all
like-
we're
I don't
all,
want
we're all
the
here
dusty
for that.
Who are they
I want the
killing?
solid like midnight black skin and like the
God
white
damn.
hair.
So on that topic, Shoggoth.
Shoggoth.
If I could shag a Shog, I'd live happy for
Shock.
the eternity that she would keep me alive for.
Domino, I worry about you.
I want a nice girl from Innsmouth with the Innsmouth look. Some white set eyes, some gills.
I'm noticing a theme with you tonight.
Yeah, this man is.
Emotional
He
damage.
likes his fish. He's a pescatarian.
God
good
damn, I
taste in
like
food.
fish. You guys are weird.
Don't know
Okay,
what-
I
What did you
think
expect would be on?
this trash fire's gone on long enough.
That's the sent-off, man.
Ain't asking me shit. All right, chat. We will see you next time on Saturday for the RPG game. Victor, Domino, Iron, thanks for coming on and bullshitting with me for the last hour and a half.
Dog, anytime.
But I think we should definitely do like an actual like Monster Girl tier list like next Wednesday and actually like talk about it deeply.
This wasn't the official one.
No.
Gosh, okay.
This is like
some research for that.
This is like the soft opening for the tier list, you know.
Even if we
We're
have to go,
priming the
make it
audience.
All right, chat. We'll see you next time.
Actually, there's an idea. Yeah.
Thank you guys for the bits and the bits and the cheers and the subscriptions. Guess say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Night, guys.
And Domino is down bad. Good night.